Hey everyone, Tanis Sirski, Pioneer Agronomist for Northwest Manitoba here. Today I'm in a bean field right around Fork River area, and if you're not sure where Fork River is, it is about 45 kilometers north of Dauphin. But before I dive deep into the different varieties, I just want to share some information on this field. This field was seeded on May 24th, solid seeded with an air seeder, and we've had decent rain. Here we got about an inch even just last week. So these beans are looking really good. We've had more moisture this season than we did last year, so that's just going to fare well for yields. Here's P001 A48X. So we've had this bean now for a few years. It's looking really nice. I'd say for my neck of the woods up here in Northwest Manitoba, this bean is a perfect maturity fit for our zone. So we just look into the canopy here. We can see that these, this bean here, the 001 A48X, is about at R5 stage. So those seeds are still quite small. They're not fully developed. So I'd say this is nicely into the R5 stage, but lots of pods, good pod set, some 3 bean pods there, and what do we have here? We also have a grasshopper. Next up we have P003 A97X. This one is new to us last year. We didn't see it in very many fields, so we had a lot more seed production this year, and we're getting to be able to get to know this one a bit better. So if you're looking for a longer season over the 001 A488X, I'd move you into this bean right here. It's a little bit bushier. It's not as tall as the A48X's, but if you look down in here, it branches out very, very nicely, and there is a pile of pods on this plant. So again, I'd say some early R5 stage, maybe a few smaller seeds there setting, but that's no surprise given it's a little longer season bean. What I also like about the P003 A97X is it's very strong against IDC or iron deficiency chlorosis. We didn't see a pile of it this year, just with our good growing conditions and good planting conditions early on in the season. But if you are prone to having IDC show up in your field, this product right here would be good to stand up against IDC. Now, as we move into later products, here we do run into that maturity risk. So P005 A83X might be stretching it a little bit for some early zones, but still I think it has some potential depending on where it's placed. But if you're not sure, talk to your Pioneer Seeds rep and they will make sure that you're growing the right maturity for your area. But 005 A83X is another new one for us. It's really strong against IDC, or so similar to the 003 product. Let's look at some of the beans here. This guy has a pile of pods on it too, in maybe just early R5, if not getting out of R4 there. So a little bit behind the 001s and 003s, but again, no surprise there. So this one right here tends to throw a really big seed, which is a great thing for you guys as producers. One thing we want to look at when you're trying to assess yield potential in a crop is not only the plant stand and the number of pods and number of seeds per plant, but also that seed size. So both the 005 A83X and the P003 A97X tend to have larger seeds. So to me, that means more bushels in your bin. Last but not least, for varieties that I'd recommend in a shorter growing area is P005 A27X. This is one of our more popular, this is our most popular variety in Manitoba, and it's one of our highest yielding too. It's been around with us for a couple of years, and it just continues to perform very, very well. It is getting a little longer in terms of maturity, so again, think about that risk versus reward. If you're wanting to get those few extra bushels to risk getting hit by a frost and not having the beans mature. And it also offers a really good disease package too, strong against IDC. One thing we didn't talk about is Phytophthora with these varieties. We do have strong field tolerance with the majority of these, but we also use a seed treatment called Lumicina, which helps that fight against Phytophthora. Okay, well, let's look at these A27Xs. Oh yeah, see, look at this guy right here. Tons of pods, a lot of good yield potential in this product. It's about, I'd say this is R4, early R5. Those beans are still very small in that pod. So it still has some time yet to reach into reach
So
maturity.
that's just a quick showcase of our early season products that we have to offer at Pioneer. Like I said, if you're not sure about which variety is right for you and your farm, definitely reach out to your local Pioneer rep and they will help you to choose a bean that's right for you.